Alright, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Okay, let's keep going. We're back down in the water. It sucks, but we're here for an important thing.
Is it gravity suit? No, you fool, you absolute rue. That's hidden behind the final boss, who is underwater.
Oh my god. They showed me. Can I go under this guy? No.
Seems to have some problems.
He's stuck between these.
Oh, you also didn't figure out what the background and foreground are.
In here?
Indeed. A bit of a blind jump, isn't it?
I could kind of see where it was, but I misjudged because of the ceiling.
Yeah, that's also something that you can only really do in the Super Metroid engine, because boy, can she jump far.
Just skip the thing. And what have I got up here? Perfect.
Oh, that's good.
Alright.
Maybe now it's time to tackle those ninja pirates?
Definitely, but I'm getting one thing before we go that way.
Good.
So we're back down here in the area where we got grappled, mostly because it's the fastest way over to where I'm trying to get. With the least amount of water travel. There's something I like about this room, even though the perspective doesn't necessarily make sense.
Yeah, but it's really cool. I do like how it's basically paths switching. Also the dick on the top left, very artistic.
Okay, so we are here.
Oh, that was the terrible platforming to the right of that room.
Oh yeah, someone was kind of mentioning this in something I did recently. So the jumps, older hacks would sometimes make it like you have to do suitless underwater stuff. And like, Samus can't normally jump this, but if you crouch, she will jump a little higher, but not enough.
And then you you look up with your weapon or something.
You look down and her hitbox goes a little more. So people will use that, or used to use that, to make you do jumps.
Yeah, it's absolutely terrible. It's like, especially because I, as a player, even if I knew about it, I wouldn't know if hack expects me to do that. I would always be like, surely, oh, that's very good, of course. Surely it can't be that difficult. They can't want any player who doesn't know about this to just not be able to play the game, right?
You fool.
That's just the thing. Exactly.
Absolute.
You wouldn't do that in a modern game specifically because you expect or hope for a more broad audience.
Or if you're gonna do something like that, you do it like Celeste, where the final thing is the farewell chapter takes the mechanic that people discovered and incorporated it and tell you about it.
Exactly. They specifically teach you, and that's fine. Then don't necessarily enjoy it that much, but
it was a lot. That final gauntlet was a lot, but yeah, at least they tell you. Like when you see it, it's like, hey, now you know to expect it.
Exactly. At that point, I was like, okay, I'm not the target audience anymore, but it's fine. I don't need to finish every game anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And also, it's like, it's free DLC. I did finish the base game, and it's like, okay, it's fine. Yeah, like nobody needs to feel bad for not finishing the super hard for the Turbo Nerds final extra challenge. Happy enough that I got all of the seasides.
Yeah. And like, I enjoyed the D side for sure, but my hands hurt after.
Mm-hmm. I'm not getting younger.
No.
And I think I'm older than you if you're born in the early 90s.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's no reason to go further down here in the water, so we can get out of this area, and there shouldn't be any reason to come back. I'm not going to do 100% items in this by far, so...
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I will hate you forever for it and feel like a part of my soul is missing, but it's okay.
It's alright, I'll just pass you the save, and you can go and finish it up.
Thank you. Immediately tries to record that fails at the most basic jumps, gets obliterated by every enemy.
Samus ends up looking like Yamcha, just stuck in the pit. Just
My Let's Play career is over because I can't finish this game. Which reminds me that actually at some point I asked Heavy Sai if I should just finish a Castlevania fan game he was doing for him. And it was like, sure, here's the download link, and it's just not able to finish it because it is legitimately very difficult.
I remember seeing just all those other ones that he was showing off and just like, my god, the difficulty involved with half of these.
Yeah, I think it's like I could probably do it, but then I was just not interested enough. It was Dracula, yes. I still remember that I did say that I would do it, but it's like, shame. Oh, that's cool. You're gonna freeze it?
Yeah.
I do like some clever ice beam puzzles. It's like actual, this is beyond, oh yeah, there's this moving enemy and you freeze it in midair. Cool. Oh, that's worth. Sweet.
We are no longer as damaged, as weak as we were. Thank goodness. When everything hits this hard,
like it's a basic design principle of these games that you feel stronger as it goes on.
Yeah, but the problem is it's been the same difficulty the whole time.
Yes. That's what I'm saying. It's like it's not a wow. You're pointing out an obvious thing. It's like it should be obvious to the maker that this is a feeling they should want to achieve more often and more regularly. Maybe?
Now, something that has been happening more in recent years is people making copies of enemies. It's easier to do now. So, like, if you change an enemy's stats, it's going to affect all versions of that enemy, basically. As long as it's
but you still want the same hopper, so you copy it clandestinely and just don't tell the player that this is the hopper that deals 3 times as much damage as the one in the early room.
Exactly. And the original game does that to some extent. Like, you have the blue giant side hoppers in Turian that show up in, like, one room, but they have an entirely different set of HP and stats and all that.
Yeah, you need to have that because by that point you're super overpowered, so they need to withstand a few super missiles.
Yeah.
Or charge beams, because what if I'm wasting my missiles?
Yeah, but there's a lot of enemies in this game that do not have copies of themselves sitting around, like the fish, the crabs.
Because attack wasn't there.
Or it wasn't needed. Because, I mean, the thing that you realize with ROM hacks is, like, even Super Mario World, probably the most hacked game out there, it doesn't have... It was only programmed to work as best as it needed to, you know? No one was ever sitting there and saying, oh, well, we're going to eventually go back and modify stuff, so we need to make it all flexible. No, all the flexibility that we've done...
the Boo Cloud, not in an underwater level.
Yeah. But so, people are starting to do extra copies of enemies here. But, like, at the time this came out, like, the fish, the crabs, there's only one type, and if you want to use them in multiple areas and you want them to be a challenge later or something, then, well, you keep the damage high, I guess. But it's kind of the opposite way to think about it. You should probably consider, like, when am I going to first use this enemy and what damage should they do?
Yeah, and I mean, it's fine to have a few enemies that become fodder eventually. And in later areas, you can recontextualize enemies as well. I feel like that's really cool, where you have like an enemy that's almost a mini boss at the start, and in a later area, it's a normal enemy, but you're so strong now that it doesn't matter, just kill them. That's cool. And lots of games do that, and it's a very, very legitimate way, even though it is kind of cheap and, you know, been there, done that, but whatever. I just like clowning on Taurus demons.
That's why getting like plasma beam and all that is fun.
Yes.
Because then it's like, ha, I can handle all of you now.
Exactly. At the same time, because it pierces.
Exactly.
Ha! He's really good. Finished off with the Powerbomb Classic.
I thought one of the things under the bridge might be an item.
Yeah,
My
reasonable
brain,
thought.
it broke.
These are the ninjas?
Yes.
Right. Why is the statue throwing rocks?
I don't know.
Oh, now this is a master at work. Done this before, huh?
The ninja pirates... Yeah. This is the way to handle them for sure.
Reasonable.
You can loop their AI. And I suppose we could have done this with regular charge beam. It just would have been harder. It would have taken longer.
Take forever, yeah. It's also something where it's like, if you cannot fully trust a ROM hack to respect the player, or be made for players that don't want respect, right? It's like just fine, just fuck me up. Then you can be like, oh yeah, do they actually want me to do that? Do they want me to kill these Metroids with just an ice beam, no other beam upgrades, and 5 missiles, and the Metroids drop 5 missiles? Because any hack maker could consider this a legitimate challenge and not just some bullshit where you're like, yeah, come back later. Same with the ninja pirates here. Good that these weren't mandatory, but that's also something where you always have to watch out for as a player. How good is the game actually? Will it demand this of me?
Yeah, and playing hacks, there's also often the question, like you're saying, what is the author demanding of me? What are they looking for me to do at a given time? How much skill should I have as I'm approaching? The biggest one is always wall jumps. And I think there have been a few instances of hacks where I've played where I think they make a mistake. They show you the little jumping monkeys, Etacoons, at the like some part of the game, and then I guess it's like, oh well, I needed to do the wall jump at this point. Does that mean that I'm supposed to do wall jumps now? Have I unlocked wall jump expectations? Essentially,
because it's not actually an item.
Exactly, it's not an item.
If it were, it would be clear. Oh, there they are.
Speaking of, I think they're not here for wall jumping.
Oh, they're jumping walls.
Oh, they're there to break open the floor.
Oh. Ah, there we have it. An actual demonstration of that.
Subversion did it right. No tricks required aside from a Shine Spark. Yeah. I did play on my own the Subversion second quest, because that's a thing that you can unlock. And that throws out everything. You need every trick in the book, even the Crystal Flash.
Nice. For the after images? No, wait, that's not what that is.
The Crystal Flash is the recharge move.
Right.
And, like, you need it because...
Hey, run?
Under lava run without gravity. Like,
fun.
the expectation is there. I'm gonna go there in a moment, I think. But the expectation is essentially all bets are off the table. The entire power-up order is switched around. Like, you get Screw Attack as one of your very first items. And because of all the Screw Attack blocks in the game, like, it completely recontextualizes everything that you've gone through. All the
That sounds really cool, though. I would love to see that. Can't play it, but...
It was definitely super cool, but it was a question for sure of, like, do I really want to spend another run on it? I don't think it'll be that different to show. So I decided to skip that idea. I did consider it, though.
Yeah, I think this would be something where you could consider a supercut, but also is it worth the effort? I don't know.
Yeah. Plus, I got to the end of it and I stopped. I didn't go and fully finish it because it's like, all right, well, my order, I've gotten the items.
Yeah, and now the rest is the same.
Pretty much.
What's going on with these ones?
I don't know. These are the dudes that will,
Light?
They're the light guys.
Yeah, so these are like lanterns made of fireflies.
I suppose so. Though they will still explode on contact with you.
Like fireflies. Why else would they call them that? Silly biologists.
Yes. Why am I here?
Oh, there's not a lamp there.
Oh wait, yeah, I'm on the other side of the wall. That's what it is.
Yes. You haven't seen these in non-lamp form yet. Oh, but you can pass through there? Okay.
Let's just cut out the middleman. Anything? Up here? Up here.
Oh. Ah.
It's like
Well,
this
okay,
game.
then.
This game with its wall jumps, it's like it's old enough that I kind of have the expectation.
There's also blind single tile wall jumps, like broadness. It's like, yeah, you gotta know how to do those from muscle memory. It's like it's optional for an upgrade. It's fine, but still.
Yeah. Let's see.
So once again, we could have been here earlier because this is the area that was gated by the ninja pirates.
Yeah, it's basically as long as you can defeat them, you can just kind of visit here at any point.
I think this one looks pretty nice. Subtle, snowy. Get what it's going for.
Yeah. No diagonal bomb jump required. Thankfully, pretty much zero hacks ever require the actual diagonal bomb jump. I think like Impossible does, because Impossible
It requires everything, yeah.
yeah. But not this one, not any reasonable one, not even Subversion. Subversion does require infinite bomb jumps at some point. But or the second quest, yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's another guy. Yeah, there he is. Alright, well, I gotta wait for him. But
You missed the bus.
I missed the bus. What's going on in here?
So the power bomb door is optional because you can be here before you have power bombs.
Yeah.
On the other hand, who would have guessed that this tube requires a power bomb? Now that's a unified design language.
I might need gravity to get this, but we'll try. Oh no, easy.
Sweet.
Well, easy for me at this point.
Yeah, I would be here for hours. All right. Yeah, you get used to everything. Maybe even diagonal bomb jumps.
I've never had to, thankfully.
I did see, I watched a cut as well of a speedrunner's stream where he was doing Super Metroid Impossible, I think it was. Yes, no death attempts. And
I think this is a. So there are some instances in old hacks, not common, but this is actually a gray door. But for whatever reason, the visual of the gray door didn't load properly.
Okay. So that's probably the water treatment facility entrance.
The upper area.
In the snow region? Or are you in the frozen summits? Nope.
I am in
Number 9 of the
Dranafen.
snow region.
I'm in Dranafen,
Yeah,
snow
Central
region.
Dranafen. Yeah, no, then I got it right. You were in number 10, which is the water treatment facility entrance.
Alright, so let's go through here.
So would you have been blocked here if you didn't have power bombs?
Probably not, because there should be doors down below, too.
Yeah. Also, we didn't find anything related to progression, so... It's also weird to me how weak power bombs actually are in this game.
I think it's just those guys. For whatever reason, they are super strong.
Also, why can you walk on the water? She has risen. I mean, they are super strong, but I think I mean, there are few Metroids where power bombs are actually super destructive. I think maybe only really Prime does it, where you just clear an entire room, questions asked.
Funny enough, Other M.
Right, yeah, but that's like a story thing.
No, but
And
even
you
the
use
visuals
one.
of them going off in the game are just it's really cool looking. Like you get
Isn't
the
it just a single one that you use for the final boss?
well, you
Can
can
you use
also
it somewhere else?
oh yeah, you can use them anytime you want after that point.
Yeah, must admit, I forgot a few details about the game I played once and then immediately tried to forget.
Nah, don't worry.
So, successful.
I have successfully forgotten everything.
Out of the way.
What the?
What's going on with the grapple here?
Yeah, I don't know. I thought I could. Normally you can grapple them.
Are they like pulling the grapple towards themselves? Weird. Whoa. Sometimes he does these red flashing rooms that I don't know why. It looks awful.
Yeah. This is that Phazon area again, but that door being closed means I can't head that way, after all. This is... I think you can only jump up through that floor.
Yeah, it seems like one of those one-way only. I think I read somewhere how extremely video games that is as a concept of a 2D space where you can only go through the bottom of something. Like, it would make no sense whatsoever in any kind of spatial relationship.
I know. And this game is not even really supposed to have them. It's just that you can due to the way that certain sloping works. Because the way that the way that
Actually,
all
don't have those in
slopes,
vanilla.
the way that all slopes in this game work is that hiding behind the slope, the actual slope tile, or right at the corner, is a tile that is essentially a slope assist, and it helps Samus push up and clear the collision.
So you're not actually going pixel by pixel, you are just getting teleported upwards, basically.
Slightly. It does work, but if you forget them, she'll clip and get stuck on the solid tile below or whatever. So it's a slope assist, so it's pushing her up. But what people discovered is you can use it for, like you remember, as we were headed to fight the Spore Spawn and the Batoon, there was that room I kind of zipped up and down in. That's the same thing. It's the slope assists. They will push Samus up every frame. And so
it was disguised as the Metroid, the Moktroid sucking you up.
Yeah.
We were talking about something else, but I did think that was a really cool effect.
Yeah, and so hacks would tend to use that every now and then. Not like all the time, but it is a way to do that. But if you have just a single slope tile, you can create a... She only gets pushed up if she's falling down, really, or neutral. If she's jumping up, she won't. It won't do anything to her. And
There's ever been a hack that uses these slope tiles 90 degrees tilted to simulate wind, and it's awful.
Thankfully, they are not sideways, but there are treadmills.
Nice.
The treadmills from the
Invisible
wrecked
treadmill.
ship. So, like, the treadmills from the wrecked ship can do what you're talking about, but I think they require you to be standing on the ground, so...
Exactly, so you would need wind that doesn't work when you're in the air, which is weird.
I've seen it in a different hack and it was awful.
Of course, wind is always awful. I mean, not always. Like, Celeste has decent wind level, but even there I feel like one of the lesser gimmicks. Not the worst rooms in the game, but it's not as good. The best use of wind is if you are like using it to push yourself further and you can suddenly do much longer jumps. That's cool.
I don't like the Chozo statues with the thingies on their head.
No, these look uncomfortably fleshy. Like, what is even going on here?
You don't like the pulsating background?
I also don't like that, yes.
Oh, I can't go through here.
Once again, a thing where harmony of dissonance you can't. Looks possible.
I need spring ball. The only
okay.
way to require spring ball in a hack is to
It's
essentially
underwater. Yeah.
yeah,
I didn't
underwater
realize you
one
were
tile
underwater.
jump.
Yeah. But yeah, Harmony of Dissonance does a lot of moving backgrounds as well. That's part of the psychedelic atmosphere it goes for. One of my biggest issues I had with the game when I first emulated it, by the way, you know, in Castlevania, you usually have a backdash on left bumper. And Harmony has that too. But something I just didn't realize, it also has a forward dash on the right bumper. Or rather, you dash left no matter which way you're facing if you press the left bumper. And you dash right no matter which you're facing on the right bumper. And I didn't get that the right bumper does that. It just, for some reason, never pressed it. So I was like, so this is stupid because you can only dodge in one direction.
Do you see this kind of little like zip that she does? This is the inverted slope assist block for ceilings, for angled ceiling tiles to help with that. Same deal. You can use it to prevent it, make it down one way down only, and that zip up there was same deal.
And this is why you can walk on water here. Basically, it's.
Well, this is probably just solid tiling.
I mean, sure, but you used to be underwater, and now it pushes you up.
Right.
So for consistency, they might have made the entire thing like that. Yeah, now that I know how it works in GDBSS, I also love Harmony dashing because you can really zip through that game really quickly.
Forward dash is kind of interesting, yeah.
Yeah, you can't just chain them. There is basically no cooldown. It's just like dash all the time. And it's actually really good movement, which again is something I didn't expect the game to have because the jumping is awful. It's garbage. One of the worst jumps I've ever seen. It's very, very floaty, and it completely kills your momentum as well. So you can't dash and then jump like you would do in a Mega Man game. It's very, very clunky. You never want to jump if you can help it. But you get used to that. It's just like I completely started off the wrong foot with the game the first time I played it. When I played it a bit more, I was like, it's got something for it. So I do recommend checking it out with some checked expectations. It is weird and clunky, but it does a lot of very cool things. Also, visual-wise.
It's the one that eventually pushed us to Aria, which everyone loves.
Exactly. I might like Circle more than Aria.
I like Circle a lot because that was like my first one. I had it on Game Boy Advance, though eventually the battery on it died. So I didn't really get to play it that much. But it was I really enjoyed it. And the thing that made me enjoy it and probably check out the game to begin with was I had Nintendo Power magazine growing up as a kid, and they put out with one of the I was about to say episode, but that's not the right term. One of the things that they did was oh, okay. Sorry, I'm just having a brain blast. I remembered a thing. What they did was put out a Nintendo Power Advance that came out one month, and there were like five volumes of this thing, and it had like full game walkthroughs for all of the games that it contained within, and one of those was Circle of the Moon, and so I was like, oh, this looks interesting. Because it basically it's a whole player's guide in one, like, small volume. And it had stuff for, like, Super Mario Advance, FPzero Max Velocity. What else? There was 5 games in total. And I can't remember. Did I pass another one of those red things on this way here?
Yeah, is that part of a puzzle?
Yeah. This is... If you powerbomb all of them, it opens up one of those doors over there.
Ah, okay. Because it's also a thing that's like you rarely have legitimate puzzles like this, and it's often just like you bomb this tile. So it's kind of tough to go like, oh yeah, obviously, I just need to do a thing here.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't reach the right one?
I guess I only got hit once. Powerbomb has a thing where it will kind of hit twice if an enemy survives, and it's close enough to the radius.
Interesting. Also something that never comes up.
Alright, there must be one more that I missed. I think I probably forgot it on the way up or something.
At least they stay destroyed and you don't have like some time limit or something.
Yeah. There's the last one. Good thing I got a lot of power bombs. Okay.
Come to think of it, wonder if there is any Circle of the Moon hacks. Aria there are for sure, but...
Oh, both doors opened. Okay, so here's the hint. Here's the thing. If you are in a situation like this...
Stays open, right?
Yeah. Always open every door that flashes, so you don't have to do that again.
I do know that by this point, but it's a very good hint. Ooh.
Oh, shit.
That's background. What the?
This is an unused enemy from the original game.
Okay.
It's called a bang.
Okay.
Internally.
Like,
what it does is it basically
bigger?
it absorbs the attack strength of everything you hit it with like 5 times,
Okay.
and then explodes and fires back the shot at double damage, double the accumulated damage.
Okay. That's fun.
They go unused.
Wonder why. Hard to communicate what's happening here.
Oh, there's another one. Uh-oh.
Ooh.
It's still alive. Oh, that
Run.
could have definitely killed me because Shine Spark Echoes are insanely strong.
Yup. Oof. Well done. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I did actually play Circle of the Moon randomizer for SA. The randomizer thread. Really liked it.
Yeah, Circle of the Moon is pretty fun. It's this weird kind of halfway point between classic and the Metroidvania, I would say. Like, maybe not fully, but it's just like it's really not that much of an RPG by itself. Metroidvania, sure, but it's lacking in a lot of the actual RPG side of things. And okay, I'm down. I'm going down here now.
Oh, this is just your life. Yeah, Circle is very combat focused without having very much platforming, I feel like. That's the one thing that separates it from the classic ones. Not much platforming, but lots of enemy setups and like corridors full of dudes where it's just like expected that they can actually kill you, which is not something that happens a lot in Metroidvanias, I feel like.
The bosses in Circle are really... they can get quite dangerous.
Oh yes, you have to really know what you're doing, how to dodge them and so on, unless you're breaking the game.
The dragons.
Oh, the dragons.
The poison dragons in the gallery.
The undead ones, yeah.
Oh.
It's where the first time I played Circle emulated, I just stopped there because I just couldn't beat them. But now I know all the tricks, and I think they're actually a really cool fight. It's very consistent, you just gotta be very careful about what you're doing.
Don't the Spark Echoes do something ridiculous like 4,096 damage a frame? It might not be that much, but it is a lot. It's at least like 1,000 damage.
They must also hit more than once per frame because it was pushing the blast to the final stage immediately, right?
Yeah, it did. So I'm not entirely sure how it gets handled, but it is extremely dangerous.
Maybe it's 4,096 damage in total spread over 4 ticks or something.
Could be.
And this is why it only got hit 4 times and not the 5th. Detective work.
Speed that up.
Thank you. What did we do to open this door?
I killed all the dudes in the room.
Okay. This is where you would need a Zelda jingle.
The Zelda jingle?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. The doors open jingle.
Yeah. Because, you know, you just don't know the connection.
I think he had a lot of fun.
Too, right?
I think he had a lot of fun with the backgrounds here. Maybe too much fun. Like
maybe a bit.
There's a lot going on, and it stops making sense.
Yeah, it's just noise. At some point, it is just noise.
It stops making like natural sense.
Yeah, like you're in the intestines of various creatures at the same time.
Yeah, I'm not even sure how to describe it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
it's like horror formations, but bad.
Contra inspiration. Well, I mean, Contra's got alien inspiration, for one, and I do know for a fact that this guy is inspired by Alien in a lot of his stuff.
I mean, not like Metroid isn't either.
True.
Goes full circle in the end.
Fish.
Fish. At least these ones don't take 5 minutes to kill.
Yeah.
Are you stuck down here?
No. I can go back up from the left.
Right. I mean, of course, there's a door to the right. I mean, are you forced to go to that?
How do I get you? Probably
underneath.
down there.
Yeah, to the left there is a tile that just crumbled. Yeah. And now you have spring ball. Yay!
It's so much easier.
It's so much doable now. Oop.
Alright, so that was I failed a grapple. I just kind of jumped forward.
Are these those flashing things on the ceiling?
Flashing things
Wait,
on? Oh, yeah.
These ones, yeah. Oh, yeah, now that I see them for a little bit longer, they are grapple tiles, but they must be on the same, like, sprite sheet or whatever, like the waterfalls?
Yeah, just put them in there as, yeah, I think that's I think there's a speed boost up through that ceiling.
So for that you need gravity then?
Yeah, I will need gravity for that. But yes, I remember. I wanted to get to this room.
That's very reasonable that you would want to do that. But that's something that I would also change in a Super Metroid tech, just make the save stages heal you.
Okay.
Alien 1 is definitely not a very flashy game. It's all inside the whole spaceship thing. Alien.
Alright, we're gonna try.
Maybe?
I probably can't do this. I need high jump.
Oh, well, too bad. But I would never think of doing this to solve the puzzle. It's difficult enough for me to realize that Samus just running and jumping gets very high and very far. That's a required puzzle in Vanilla in Norfair at some point.
Yeah.
Relatively late in the game. And it's like the only time you really have to do a massive jump like that. Oh, we're here now. And, or is it a different pipe?
We're close to,
Never mind. Oh, that's a dude. What the
That is a dude.
Oh my god. Okay, sure. Why not? Oh, it's one of the keys. Interesting. Just like that.
These space pirates are researching the dude. What is this? What is this room's name? The Artifact Bearer. Well, yeah.
He bore some artifacts. But yeah, I think Alien Resurrection, that's the third one, right? That does some body horror alien nest thing stuff. I didn't see it, but I saw some screenshots and stuff.
It took me a long time to see Alien for the actual Alien the movie. I didn't see it until I was well into my 20s.
There's a bunch of classic movies I still haven't watched. Still haven't watched RoboCop. It's like it's not on Netflix, and you know, I guess
I've watched it.
might be on
I've
the
watched
next
that.
level.
I've watched RoboCop since then, but yeah, there's just I'm in the same boat. There's a lot of stuff that I haven't seen, just for no particular reason, just haven't gotten around to it.
Yeah, it's like you do need some time to watch a movie. Easy to just pull up the YouTube video you wanted to watch anyway for favorite Let's Player FPzero.